Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We're going to study lesson number 16 today. Arifu, the countryside. Before we go through the main lesson, like always, we go through the rules of the lesson first. What new we're gonna learn in this lesson. So this lesson is about the verbs. The al-mujarrad and al-mazid. Al-mujarrad verb is the three-letter, the root verb, like we know fataha. And mazid is the addition of some letters on the three-letter verb. For example, fataha is mujarrad, and then if we make it fattaha, so the ta is doubling here. So this is addition of another ta. So this is the mazid fattaha. The fattaha, we are adding two letters here. The ta before fa kalima, and then the ta in the an kalima. This is also doubling the fattaha. And similarly, there is another verb like in fataha. Here we are adding two letters alif and noon before the fataha. And then this another verb iftataha. We are adding alif and ta in addition to the root letters fataha. So al-afalu fataha wa fattaha wa tafattaha wan fataha wa ftataha hal tashtariku fi shay'in. Is there anything common in them? Naam, yes. Kullaha min nafsil jizri fataha. Yes, the common thing is they all have the same root letters fataha. Vamana kulli failin. Why we are doing this? Why new verb forms are created? Just to increase the vocabulary, to make more meanings out of the words. So vamana kulla failin minha mukhtalifun. And the meaning of every verb is in them is different. Walakinna lahu alaqatan ma al-afalil ukhra, but they have a relationship with the other verbs. So basically the root letter is same. So although the meanings are different, but they have a relationship between them. Hasanun, good. Wahal kullu jizrin indahu nafsu shay'in. So is every root form like fataha, nasara, kataba is all in the nafsu shayin? They all are the same thing? Yes, they all will behave like the same way. For example, here faminal jizri kataba. If we take this verb kataba, three root letters kaf taba, naral afala, we see the verbs kataba, kataba, in kataba, istaktaba, etc. Similarly, from the root zahika, we see the verbs naral afala, zahika, tazahaka, wastazhaka, wazahaka, etc. Ma mana haza, what does this mean? في اللغة العربية كل جذر عنده مجموعة من الأفعال. In the Arabic language, all the root letters in the they have the combination of the verbs. Kullu failin minha lahu manan jadidun. All the verbs in them they have a new meanings. Walakinna lahu alaqatan bil manan asasil lil jizri. But they have a relationship with the meaning of the main or primary the root letter, the primary root verb. Wahal hunaka kanunu lihazihi al-afali. Is there any kanun or any law for these verbs? Taban, yes, of course. Wanahnu indana nawani min al-faili. So now we have two kinds of these verbs. Number one, al-failul mujarridu, the mujarrid verb or the solid verb. وهو الذي يتكون من حروف الجزر فقط. This is the one that are the main root letters, the verb from the main root letters only, there without any addition. For example, kataba, this is from the root kaf ta ba, so this is the fe'lul mujarrad. Fataha, from root letters fataha, this is fe'lul mujarrad. And similarly zahika from zahaka. And then this is the one form, this is the first kind, and the second kind is fe'lul mazid. The fe'l with mazid means with the addition. wa huwa allazi yakunu fihi harfun aw aksaru ziyadatan ala harufil jizri. And this is the one that has one letter or more than one letters, that has addition of one letter or more than one letters on top of the haruful jizri, on addition to these the haruful jizr, the root letters. There could be addition of one letter or two letters, one letter or more than one letter. So this will call a fe'lul mazid. Misal example here is al fe'lu in fataha. The verb in fataha min al jizri is from the root letters fataha, and this we can see there are two more letters, alif and noon. So fataha bihi harfan ziyadatin huma, it has addition of two letters which are alif and noon. So this becomes fataha. This is the fe'lul mujarrad, and in fataha is fe'lul mazid, because we are adding some letters to the main three-letter verb. Wahalil fe'lu yakhuzuna mujarrad or mazid. So the question is the verb fe'l yakhuzuna. Yakhuzuna is coming from verb akhaza yakhuzu, huwa yakhuzu, huma yakhuzani, hum yakhuzuna. So this is the hum form. So the writer is asking, because there are addition of the letters here, so is that mujarrad or mazid? The answer is huwa fe'lul mujarrad. This is the mujarrad. There are no additional letters. Kaifa, how, inna fihi harufan ukhra ghayra harufil jazri. So when we say this is fe'lul mujarrad, the question is how, because there are some other letters on top of the, like if we say yakhuzu, we say wow, we see noon, wow on top of yakhuzu. So then how come it is fe'l mujarrad? The answer is naam, yes. Walakinnaha, this is fe'l mujarrad. Walakinnaha laysat ziyadatan, because it does not have additional letters. Fal fe'lu yakhuzuna min al jizri. The verb yakhuzuna is from the root letter hamza, kha and za. Akhaza yakhuzu. Wal harfu ya. So this ya fil badayatil fe'li, in the beginning of the verb ya, is harful mudare. This is harfu mudare. This comes with the harfu mudare comes with the fe'l mudare. So this is part of the fe'l mudare, is not an addition. Walaysa ziyadatin, there is nothing addition here. And wow, this wow is harfu wow, huwa zamirul file. This is the file. Wawul jamati, this is the wow. So this is the file. Walaysa ziyadatin, and is not an addition. And harfu noon is huwa alaqatu rafi, and this is the to make it rafa form, the noon shows that this is the huwa alaqatu rafi, this is the relationship with the rafa. Walaysa ziyadatin, and this is not an addition. So the simply yakhuzuna, there is no additional letter here. These are part of the verb. Maza nafhamu min haza, what we understand from this? Harfu ziyadati, when we say harfu ziyadati, the additional letters, that does not mean that harful muzdare is not part of it. The mere file, just like wow here, is not part of that addition. and the rafa form like noon wa tau tanis is not part of those addition letters. Those are not additional letters. Huwa min harufil feli, those are the part of the verb. Those are not additions. Wa kaifa nariful afal al mazida, how we know the verbs al mazid. Nahnu darasna al wazna, we have studied the wazn, the weight, like in the noun we have studied before, just like fa'lun, fa'ilun, maf'ulun, ism fa'il, ism maf'ul, we have studied those the wazn. Wa narifu anna likulli kalimatin waznan, and we know that every letter has a waznan, just like ism fa'il, ism maf'ul. Wa fil lugat al arabiyyati, in the Arabic language, hunaka, there are awzanun marufatun, there are known patterns or awzan lil afali, for the verbs. So this was we studied for the nouns, but there are this known patterns for the verbs al mazid nadrusuha alana, that we study now. So now we're gonna study the different verb patterns. Al awzanu. Al failul mujarradu yakunu ala wazni fa'ala, the fail mujarrad, which is the first kind, is on the pattern of fa'ala, which has three root letters: fa kalima, an kalima, and lam kalima. Al failul mazidu bi harfi wahidin yakunu ala wazni, if we add, so that known pattern is just by adding one letter is fa'ala, where we see the addition of alif after fa kalima, fa'ala, addition of an after an kalima, fa'ala, so this is two an, and af'ala is addition of hamza before fa kalima. So these three are the known patterns which are formed by adding one letter. Al failul mazidu bi harfaini yakunu ala wazni, the known patterns of the verbs by adding two letters are tafa'ala. So tafa'ala, here the additional two letters are ta at the beginning and alif after fa kalima. Tafa'ala is the first ta, and then the an kalima, those are two additional letters. In fa'ala, alif and noon, those are the additional two letters. If ta'ala, alif kalima and ta kalima after fa, those are two additional letters. If Allah, alif kalima and lam kalima, this doubling here, those are the two additional letters. And al failul mazidu bi salasati harufin, the verb with three additional letters, ala yakunu ala wazni, they are on the pattern of istaf'ala. Here we see alif is the addition, sin is the addition, and ta is the addition. So first three ista, they all are the three additional letters. So here is the table for that we have just studied here, just the description here. This is the table form. So we see that fa'ala is the mujarrad verb. So this is the first kind, and this 1, 2, 3 addition are the second kind. And where we see addition of one kalima, the known patterns are fa'ala, and afala, and I have highlighted the additional letters. And where is the addition of two letters is the fa'ala, in fa'ala, if ta'ala, if Allah. So I have highlighted the two additional letters in those verbs. And the three additional letters is istafala, and those first three are the addition, three additional letters to the three root letters. And in today we're gonna study that the first type of the pattern, which is fa'ala. These all are the past tense. Fa'ala yufa'ilu, afala yufilu. So this is we're gonna study that first kind, this group today. So we know number one here. Al-af'alul mazidatu bi harfin, the verbs with the addition of one letter. Allati indaha harfun wahidatun ziyadatun. Those are the verbs that have addition of one letter. So the pattern is fa'ala in the past tense. Al-madi, for example, here we have an example here. Wafit tariki shahadu shamsa, and on the way they saw the sun, ash-shamsa. So here the verb is shahadu, which is coming from the verb. The three letter fi'l mujarrad is shahida yashhadu, to witness, and then shahadu we are adding alif after the fa kalima. So shahada is this pattern, fa'ala, shahada fa'ala, so it's on the same pattern. And shahadu to mean to see or to view. So this is mujarrad and this is mazid, addition of one letter. So sharhu explanation. Hazal fe'lu huwa fe'lun mazidun ala wazni fa'ala. This is the verb which is fe'lun mazidun on a pattern of fa'ala, wa huwa fe'l madi in the past tense. Wa hazal waznu bihi harfun wahidun ziyadatan huwa, and this pattern is with one additional letter which is huwa, alifun ba'da fa'il fe'li, after the fa kalima. So fa'ala, shahada. So basically this is the pattern. We can put all different verbs on that pattern. Shahada is the example, jahada. So harf, so fa kalima, al-fa, so this is the addition of one letter, ba'da fa'il fe'li, after the fa of the fail, and the fa is al-harful awwalu min harufil jizri, in which fa is the first letter from the root letters. Tasrifu hazal wazni laysa mukhtalifan an tasriful fi'l mujarrad fil madi. So that means the conjugation of this verb is not different than the conjugation of the fi'l mujarrad, which means if we conjugate this verb shahida, huwa shahida, huma shahida, hum shahidu. Similarly, we can conjugate shahada, huwa shahada, huma shahada, hum shahadu. So this is what it means, that the conjugation of this pattern is not different from the conjugation of the three letter verb. So that was fa'ala, that was in the past tense. In the present tense, fa'ala becomes yufa'ilu. So yufa'ilu. So we see that the mudari letter is u, dhamma, and then an kalma gets a kasra. Examples are here. Karrara Muhammadun an yusafira ilal rifi. Muhammad decided to travel to countryside. So here the verb is safara yusafiru. So is on the same pattern. Fa'ala yufa'ilu, shahada yushahidu, safara yusafiru. So we see that addition of alif. So fail mujarrad is safara yasfiru, to reveal, and fail mazid, if we are adding alif, becomes safara yusafiru, to travel. Similarly, wada'ahu ila an yurafikahu, and he called him to accompany him. So the verb here is rafaka yurafiku. So the fail mujarrad is rafaka yarfiku, to be friendly, and fail mazid after adding alif becomes rafaka yurafiku, to accompany. So rafaka yurafiku is same as safara yusafiru or shahada yushahidu on the pattern of fa'ala yufa'ilu. So in fail mudare is yufa'ilu, yusafiru, yurafiku, yushahidu. So hazal fe'lu huwa fe'lun mazidun ala wazni yufa'ilu. So this verb is the fe'l mazid on the pattern of yufa'ilu, wa huwa fe'lul mudare, and this is fe'l mudare, huwa fi mudare. Wa hazal waznu bihi harfun wahidun, and this pattern is with in addition harfu wahidun ziyadatan with the addition of one letter huwa alif bada fa il feli after the fa kalima. So yufailu, so you is the fail this is the letter of for the mudare, and we see that after fa kalima there is the alif here. Wa harful mudare fi hazal wazni mazmumun, and the harful mudare, this ya is mazmum, means it had a dhamma ma dhammatin, wa ainul feli, and the an kalima is maksuratun, mean it has a kasra. Harfu sani has a kasra. So simply this whole group with that adding one letter, the fail the mudare form will always start with dhamma you, and the an kalama will have a kasra. So just like fa'ala, like I said, yufa'ilu, so yufa'ilu, fa'ala yufa'ilu, af'ala yuf'ilu. So you see the first the harfu mudare is u, you, and then an kalama gets a kasra. So this is with the whole group. This is what it says. Wa harful mudare fi hazal wazni mazmumun wa ainul feli maksuratun. Wa kullul awzanil mazidati bi harfi wahid. This is what I said, that all the patterns with the addition of one letter, takunu nafsa shayin, is behave, they work the same way. But tasrifu hazal wazni laysa mukhtalifan an tasriful fi'l al mujarrid fil mudari, and the conjugation of this pattern is not different than the fi'l mujarrad fil mudari. This means that if we say yasfiru, huma yasfirani, hum yasfiruna, and if we conjugate yusafiru, huwa yusafiru, huma yusafirani, hum yusafiruna, so it's not different. So conjugation is same. Now this is the conjugation of the whole verb. Fa'ala yufa'ilu, addition of one letter alif after fa kalima. So we start from third person masculine, huwa safara, and this is the conjugation, huwa safara, huma safara, hum safaru. So this is the masculine, and then here safarat, huma safarata, hunna safarna. So this is the third person feminine. Now we do the second person. Anta safarta, antuma safartuma, antum safartum, anti safarti, antuma safartuma, antunna safartunna. And for the first person, ana safartu, nahnu safarna. This is for the past tense. And the present tense, huwa yusafiru, huma yusafirani, hum yusafiruna, hiya tusafiru, huma tusafirani, hunna yusafirna. And the second person, anta tusafiru, antuma tusafirani, antum tusafiruna, anti tusafirina, antuma tusafirani, antunna tusafirna, ana usafiru, nahnu nusafiru. So this is how the conjugation is done on this pattern, fa'ala yufa'ilu. So this was the first one, fa'ala, which adding addition of one letter alif. Now we're gonna study the second one, fa'ala, with the addition of another an kalima on top of the an of the root letter, fa'ala, fa'ala. So we're gonna do this now. Fa'ala, which is the past tense al-madi. Example here is karrara Muhammadun an yusafira ila raifi. Muhammad decided to travel to the countryside. So you see here karara and karrara, we are doubling the middle letter and kalima. So karrara yukarriru means to decide. Hazal fe'lu huwa fe'lun mazidun ala wazni fa'ala. This verb is the fail mazid verb on the pattern of fa'ala, wa huwa fil madi, in the past tense. Wa hazal waznu bi harfun wahidun ziyadatan, and this pattern is with one additional letter, huwa shaddatu, which is the shadda ala ainul faili. So the writer here is saying that the shadda is the addition. Shadda means the doubling of the letters. So we can also say that an kalima is, there are two an kalima. The addition of one an kalima is making it a shadda, doubling of the an kalima. Ala ain al-feli. وتصريف هذا الوزن ليس مختلفا عن تصريف الفعل المجرد على الفعل, and the conjugation is the same. كرر, هو كرر, هما كررا, هم كرروا, same thing. And in the fi'l mudare, this fa'ala will become changed to yufa'ilu. Again, you harfu mudare is marfu and an kalima gets kasra. And the example of here is Wattuyuru tugarridu, the birds are chirping. So gharrada yugarridu, you see the middle letter is doubling here, which there is an addition of that letter, ra kalima. So hazal fe'lu huwa fe'lun mazidun ala wazni yufa'ilu fil madare, and so fa'ala yufa'ilu is the pattern in the present tense. وهذا الوزن به حرف واحد زيادة هو الشدة, and this is pattern is with the one additional letter which is shadda. We can say shadda, or we can say the addition of an kalima ala ain al feli on the an kalima. وحرف المضارع في هذا الوزن مضموم, and the harfu mudare, this ya, the beginning letter is mazmumun, is has a dhamma, and wa ainul faili maksuratun, and the an kalima is kasra. So this is for the whole group, like I said before. Wa tasrifu hazal wazni laysa mukhtalifan an tasriful faili mujarrad fi madare, and the conjugation is not different than the fail mujarrad in the present tense, is the same thing. So we have this table. So huwa karrara, again starting from the third person masculine, huwa karrara, huma karrara, hum karraru, and third person feminine, hiya karrarat, huma karrarata, hunna kararna. And then the second person masculine, anta kararta, antuma karartuma, antum karartum, and the second person feminine, anti kararti, antuma karartuma, antunna karartunna, and the first person, ana karartu, nahnu kararna. So this is how we conjugate the past tense. And the present tense, huwa yukarriru, for third person masculine, huwa yukarriru, huma yukarrirani, hum yukarriruna, and the third person feminine, hiya tukarriru, huma tukarrirani, hunna yukarrirna. In the second person masculine, anta tukarriru, antuma tukarrirani, antum tukarriruna, and the second person feminine, anti tukarririna, antuma tukarrirani, antunna tukarrirna, and the first person is ana ukarriru, nahnu nukarriru. So this is how we conjugate the present form yufa'ilu for yukarriru here. And now we studied in this group we have studied the two patterns, first two, fa'ala and fa'ala. Now we're gonna study the third one, where hamza is added before the three root letters, af'ala. So this is af'ala in the past tense, madi. Example here is fa'akhrajatil ardu kulla jamaliha, and the earth brought out all its beauty. So here the verb is akhraja yukhriju. The mujarrad form is kharaja yakhruju. Kharaja yakhruju means to come out, and akhraja yukhriju means to bring out. So you see with the addition of one letter, the meaning changes. So akhraja, here we studying akhrajatil arzu, which is hiya. Huwa akhraja, hiya akhrajat. Akhrajatil arzu, because the earth is feminine. And so here is the explanation. Hazal fe'lu huwa fe'lun mazidun ala wazni af'ala. This verb is fe'lun mazid, is fe'l mazid on the pattern of af'ala, wa huwa fil madi, and this is in the past tense. وهذا الوزن بحرف واحد, and this pattern is with addition of one letter زيادة هو hamza قبل فاعل فعلي before the fa kalima of the verb. وتصريف هذا الوزن ليس مختلفا عن تصريف الفعل مجرد في ماضي, and the conjugation of this verb is not different than the conjugation of the فعل مجرد. For example, if I conjugate kharaja, huwa kharaja, huma kharaja, hum kharaju, I can conjugate the same way, huwa akhraja, huma akhraja, hum akhraju. So this conjugation is not different. And this pattern in the past tense is afala, and in the present tense is yufilu. Again, the harfu mudare getting dhamma, yuf, and then an kalama getting kasra. So this is for the whole group. So here is the example, nagamun fil ardi wa nagamun fis samai yash'uruka bil farhi was salami. So there are the song or singing in the earth. This is from the main lesson we're gonna study after. So the birds, like when there is a spring, so this like a singing in the earth, in the sky. Yash iruka bil farhi, and you feel like the rejoicing and the peace. So here the verb is ash'ara yushiru, to inform, to notify. So which notifies? So when the birds are chirping, just like they are singing in the earth or in the sky, they notify you, or they make you feel of the rejoicing and the peace. This is what it means. So here the verb of importance is yushiru. So this is ash'ara, on the pattern of ash'ara yushiru. So on the same pattern of, like we say, aslama yuslimu, akhraja yukhriju. So they all on the same pattern. So here is ash'ara yushiru, to inform or notify. Hazal fe'lu huwa fe'lun mazidun ala wazni yufilu. This verb is fe'lun mazidun on the pattern of yufilu. Wa huwa fe'lun mudare, and this is for the case of mudare. Wa hazal waznu bihi harfun wahidun ziyadatan, and this pattern is addition of one letter, huwa al hamza qabla fa'il fe'li, before the fa kalima. So af'ala yuf'ilu. So this is the pattern with the addition of hamza before the fa kalima. This is the group. Wa harful mudare fi hazal wazni mazmumun, and harful mudare is mazmum, it has a dhamma. Wa ainul fe'li maksuratun, and the an kalima has a kasra. But walakinna na fi hazal wazni, but in this pattern, nahziful hamzata, we in the fail mudare we omit the hamza, the addition of hamza fail mudare, liannaha sabatun, because this is difficult fi nutkin, to pronunciate ma harfil mudareati with the harful mudare. So in other words, af'ala yufilu. So we see that the addition of hamza is not in the present form, because this is omitted, otherwise it's gonna be hard to pronunciate. وتصريف هذا الوزن ليس مختلفا عن تصريف الفعل المجرد في المضارع, and the again conjugation is not different than the conjugation of the three letter. So the conjugation is same, and we're gonna do the conjugation here. Afala yufilu. So example here is akhraja yukhriju. So again starting from third person masculine, huwa akhraja, huma akhraja, hum akhraju, hiya akhrajat, huma akhrajata, hunna akhrajna. And the second person masculine, anta akhrajta, antuma akhrajtuma, antum akhrajtum. Second person feminine, anti akhrajti, antuma akhrajtuma, antunna akhrajtunna. And the first person, ana akhrajtu, nahnu akhrajna. So that is fi'l madi, past tense, and fi'l mudare is huwa third person masculine, huwa yakhruju, huma yakhrujani, hum yakhrujuna, Hiya second person, third person feminine. Hiya takhruju, huma huwa yakhruju, huma yakhrujani, huwa yukhriju, huma yukhrijani, hum yukhrijuna. And for the third person feminine is hiya tukhriju, huma. I think there is a typo here. Huma tukhrijani. This should be tukhrijani. Hunna yukhrijna. And the second person is huwa. For the second person masculine, anta tukhriju, antuma tukhrijani. So this should be tukhrijani here for the feminine third person. Same like this. Antuma tukhrijani, antum tukhrijuna, anti tukhrijina, antuma tukhrijani, antunna tukhrijna, ana ukhriju, nahnu nukhriju. So this is the conjugation. When the writer is saying that the conjugation is same as fail mujarrad. So here akhraja yukhriju. If we do kharaja yakhruju, so yakhruju will conjugate the same way like we have seen this yukhriju. So the conjugation works the same way for this group, afala yufilu. So this was this group. We studied the first group of failun mazidun, which is addition of one letter, and this group has three verbs. This first one is addition of one letter, which is alif kalima after fa kalima, and then the second one is addition of the same root letter as of the ain kalima, fa'ala, and the third one is addition of hamza before the three root letters, afala. So we have done this group. We're gonna do addition of two letters and three letters. We're gonna do this next time. So I'm stopping it here now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.